Hi, I'm Steph Palermo. Just Steph. I'm an
This is the Just Steph Show, and I'm your host, Steph Palermo, your Italian Boston girl who's an empath, healer, and all-around seeker of wisdom. Tune in weekly for advice on how to live your best life at work, home, or play so you can feel groovy every day.
Okay, so this is Just Steph. It's been a while, so as you can see, I'm totally technologically behind. I uploaded a video and look at my face was all wide in it. I was like, oh God, it looks bad. So I'm like, forget it. So anyway, I hope everybody's great. Happy Wednesday. It's been a while and I've missed all of you. I don't know. I hope everybody's summer was great. I hope you had a great summer. We're moving into the fall already. Can you believe it? So, I have so much to talk to you about. I have so many things going on. But I want to first talk to you about conformity for the sake of peace. And I have some life tips. I'm going to pull a couple of cards. It's going to be a great few minutes with Just Steph. Before I do that, I am selling my book. Of course, it's always for sale. And I'm going to be posting those links. And this particular sale is awesome because when you purchase my book, you get a signed copy from me. And you also get with it 11 videos that teach you about the book by guess who? Me. That's who's doing it. So, and that's a $97 value, those classes that I did. So it's actually like a book study and you can learn from me, the author. So it's very exciting. I hope everybody's doing great. Tune in, say, and share this video. Say hi. If I can mention you in the during Love Card Friday on Friday. So say hi now or do hashtag replay. It's been a crazy few weeks, kind of a interesting summer for me. I've had a lot of changes going on, but it's all good. It always is. But sometimes that adjustment period is kind of rough, huh? You know, when you're getting back into alignment. And I've been reading a lot about how to realign when things aren't exactly the way you wanted. So, and I'll be talking about that over the next few months, and because it's just great information. I want to tell you a little story about what my mom said to me, and it has to do with this conformity for the sake of peace. And I put it out there on Facebook about what do you consider, what is settling down? What does that mean for you? And a lot of people said marriage. Some guy said as long finding somebody who's not a whack job or Looney Tunes. I said, yeah, I get it, right? It's also about peace. Everybody had different answers, but I put it out there because I was interested in what people would say. Because my mom had asked me a question a couple of weeks ago, and I answered her, and the answer was not a super happy one. I was like, yeah, that's not happening, Mom. And, whatever. She's like, well, you've had so much, heartache your whole life. And you and Jimmy need to settle down and just settle down. And I'm like, this is what I said. I go, Mom, really? I said, Ma, what exactly is settled down to you? Because I can tell you right now, for me, if you think that I'm going to cook dinner for Jimmy and I and sit down and watch Judge Judy and Wheel of Fortune, and that's your idea of settling down, that's not happening. And I said, Mom, the way you think about settling down, what you think about settling down, isn't necessarily my settling down. Because there's no way I want down the road Jimmy to go call, Steph, Judge Judy's on, hurry. I'm going to go, I can't even say it out loud what I would say to him. I'd be like, all right, go to hell. I'm not watching. I'm not doing it. I'd rather pull my toenails out. I'm not doing that to myself. For me, that means growing old. That's old. That's what I don't care. I'm 54. I'm never doing that stuff. My life is always going to be fun and upbeat. So maybe my settling down is peace. I want peace, which I have. I have an amazing life that's peaceful and fun and filled with laughter and wonderful people and great experiences and lots of great self-care and somebody close to me who's better to me than anybody's ever been, kinder and sweeter, and also are rock solid to be there always for me, and it's vice versa. All those things need to be reciprocal. When you're in relationships, that's a relationship for a reason, whether it's a friendship or a love relationship. It's about reciprocity and receiving that which serves your highest good from the people around you, whether it's love, friendship, family. And when it's not, you got to move on. So my mother got all aggravated with me. She's like, all right, well then do whatever you want. And I said, go, Mom, chill. I'm going to travel. I'm going to go out at night. I'm going to go dancing. I'm going to be, out dining. I'm going to stay home and cook dinner for my friends and my family. I'm going to lay on the couch on a Sunday if I feel like it, or I'm going to head into my club in the North End and have Sunday dinner with my friends. My St. Joseph's Club. It's all about living my best purpose-driven life that's aligned to the infinite, God, the divine spirit, whatever you want to call it, and is rooted in love for myself and love for the people around me, and that which brings me joy and happiness and contentment. Settling down is not watching Judge Judy. Listen, nothing against you, Judy. I think you're fab. I think you're great. I think you have a good message. I think the people on there are nuts. But I do think that, and I think, if that's what you want to do, if that's your settling down, then by all means, go ahead and do it. If that's your peace, for me, settling down means a life, living my life, my truth, not being on somebody else's emotional roller coaster, not being codependent on anybody with anybody, being peaceful, joyful, having enough space in my life to receive good things and the people, have people in my life, and being available for them, being present emotionally and physically for the people who need me. That's settled down for me. What's settled down for you? And I think it's like conformity. Like if I wanted to be peaceful with my mom, I would have said, all right, Mom, sure. We're going to settle down and watch Judge Judy, just like you, whatever. And that's great. I love my mother. But if that's her peace, God bless. If that's where she's happy, great. That's not me. Yeah, I want to hang out sometimes and watch TV and relax. But I can tell you right now, I'm not running to that couch to watch Judge Judy and the other one with the Wheel of Fortune. It's just not happening. It just isn't. I mean, so I often wonder what's your idea of conforming. Like a lot of times it's saying, yeah, this is the way I'm going to live my life because this is how society says I should live my life. This is what everybody is saying. This is how I should live my life. I should conform to the masses. Now, and it's funny, my mother, who wants me to settle down, was the one who would say to me, I said, well, Mom, everybody's going. Well, if everybody jumped off the Tobin Bridge, would you jump off with them? I think she changed her tune as she got older. But my poor mother, she's the best. You know, are you doing stuff? Are you living your life because everybody else says so? Do you not know that really what is reality is not what you see? Do you understand that we live what we're living is juxtaposed to reality? The only reality there is love. That's the only reality. It's love. And if there's anything less than love and joy and whatever else, all the other good stuff, then it's smoke and mirrors keeping you from loving, keeping you from receiving love. Are you conforming to the masses because it's easier? Think about it. It would have been easier for me to placate my mother and say, all right, Ma, yeah, we got to settle down. I probably should have said that anyway and not did it. But I just couldn't do it. I couldn't say what I wasn't feeling, what I wasn't feeling. I couldn't do it. It aggravated her, but people don't understand that we're not obligated to do what our mother wants us to do. We're not obligated to do what somebody else thinks we should do. We're not obligated to do what the world says we should do. Because the truth is, the road less traveled is the one that's the most interesting. It's the one that's the most fun. It's the one where you fill up and enjoy life the most. I can tell you right, I can't even read that line from Robert Frost's poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and I took the road less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. I get choked up. I could cry, because you know what? That's me. People look at me and say, you're nuts. Maybe so. But at least I'm happy and I'm not boring. I don't know about you, but if you need help getting on the road less traveled, the road that is your soul, reach out to me. Send me a message. Or maybe you have a comment about this and you don't want to, where's my email? Here it is. You don't want to say something publicly. Send me a message, send me an email. I'd love to hear you. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I'd love to hear what you think is settling down. So, are we done with that? Oh my goodness. All right. So I have this tip for you. I got to tell you what I did. I had this cute little jar with exfoliating sugar cubes in it, right? And so I took them out and I added some Himalayan sea salt and some water. And, I read about this because it's good for cleansing and, cleansing energy and, and you're supposed to leave it open so that the ions go into the air like in a salt cave. I don't know if you've ever been to a salt cave, but they're amazing. So I made my own little salt water and I've done a couple of things with it. This is amazing. First of all, I do leave it like this. I shake it up every once in a while because it settles. When I'm feeling kind of like I want to do a little pampering, I take this into the shower with me, and I tip it upside down onto the face cloth, and I use like the little salt crystals, and I can scrub up. And I also take some of the water itself and just put it on me, and it's so soft. And think about how cheap this is. You just get a little jar, get a little mason jar, and pour some Himalayan sea salt or some kosher salt, and fill it up with water. It helps to change the energy in the air, and it also makes you feel good when when you're taking a shower. You could probably use it in the bath. I think it just feels good. It's just nice and soft. So that's one tip. But the other thing that I did with that, now you all know how I love my holy water from Santa Rosalia. Well, I have also this sage smudge spray that you can spray the house. Today I saged my whole house, but I did something else too. So I had bought a new sage sprayer, and I poured some of this one into that to give space, and I added the water from here into here. So now I have a salt water and sage smudge spray. And you can use salt to cleanse the house, but now it's in a little vapor. So I just spray it. It's nice. This is good for cleansing. If you want to get rid of some unwanted energy in your home, you can feel that energy. Use your holy water too. That's good. I love my holy water, and I've got some holy oil from St. Anthony's holy oil, but you can spray this around your house. I love it. And the smudge spray is on my resources page. If you go to my website, juststeph.com, you can go to resources, and this smudge spray is on there, and you can make that purchase if you want. I've got some other great stuff there too. So try this. You can't get any cheaper than your own salt and water. And, I just had this leftover jar. How's that? And it's great for the bath. It's great to let the ions into the air. I also have a salt lamp that I love. I'm going to go put that on it after I'm done here. I love it. And it just makes me feel good. I'm going to pull a grace card for you. And I have these divine energy oracle cards. And I think I'll do a little reading. So let me say hi. Who's here? Hi, Enza. Hi, Patrice. How are you, honey? Okay, so I'm going to pull up like 3 cards. I'm just going to. Oh, you have a salt lamp too. Yeah. And no, Patrice has a salt lamp. I love it. It just feels good, doesn't it? Okay. Oh, here we go. So here's your first one. Choose your friends wisely. And it's funny because my message from the universe today said, part of it was about surrounding yourself with people that keep your pilot light lit, because we can be drained. So choose your friends wisely. And, you can have these certain friends at arm's length, but the ones that you keep close, the ones that you let your hair down with, you want those people to be the ones that really, truly love you and bring you encouragement and love and light, and they are willing to receive what you have to give, and they recognize your gifts. See, even in love relationships, whether it's love relationships or friendships or even family, you want people to recognize your gifts, the gift that you are to them. It's important, and when they do, and when you know your own gifts, when you understand who you are and your purpose, and you're on your soul's path, and you know what your gifts are and what you bring to the table, you'll enjoy your friendships more, because you know what you are to them, and they can bring, and you'll be willing to receive from them as well. And nobody's jealous when you understand your own self, and you get your your gifts and you're okay and you own your own gifts, you're not jealous of anybody else's life or what they have or what they're doing. Just stop, please. My gosh. Choose friends wisely. Be of service. Okay, so here's what I will say to this. Until you take care of yourself and until you engage in extreme self-care and understand who you are and what you bring to the table, you're giving from an empty cup. You're giving, seeking something in return. What you want to do is be able to give without receiving anything in return. That's the divine love. It's agape. That's divine love. And when you are of service to people from a cup that's filled up and overflowing, then you won't be disappointed and you will get something out of it because it'll be enough for you to feel good inside. You won't need anything. Okay, that's card number 2. Okay, so card number 3, become a clear channel. What does that mean? Does this mean you have to be a medium or whatever? No, it just means don't muddy up the waters. When you make your yes mean yes and your no mean no. Let your love be love and not be a jealous love, not be a love seeking anything in return. Be a clear channel of the divine light that is inside of you and the gifts that you have inside of you that you share. It could be hospitality. It could be teaching. It could be encouragement. It could be creating something, whether it's music or a painting or art, whatever it is. I mean, for goodness sake, you could be a carpenter who makes tables. Whatever it is, be a clear channel of light and love for the people around you. Don't muddy the waters. Okay, those are good cards. I'm going to pull a grace card for you. Help you be on your way. Let's see. Mindfulness. Manage your mind. When we direct our thoughts and words towards the outcome we most desire, we ignite grace. So be present, yet be forward thinking. Think about the outcome, the solution, not the problem. Okay? Be present, I listened to something this morning by Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he was talking about getting back into sort of alignment. He didn't use those words. And it's, when you meditate from a grateful heart and you send that energy to your mind, and you're doing this during meditation. And he says we can do that with our eyes open as well, so that when our apple cart gets turned over, or we get upset, or we lose our marbles, we can come back to ground zero and be okay. And that's being mindful. And we can talk about that more. So manage your mind. When we direct our thoughts and words towards the outcome we most desire, we ignite grace. This is because I'm not wearing my glasses. So that's all I have for you. Let me see who's here today. Who's here? Hi, Lucille. Hi, honey. And Enza and Patrice, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so I'm going to take off. I'll be back. There's so much more with Just Steph coming up, and I have a lot of announcements happening. So take a risk, be vulnerable, share your heart and love always. Know I love you all. Wishing you love, balance, and peace. Ciao, ciao, baby. I love you. I do.
Thanks for tuning in to the Just Steph Show. I really care about you, your happiness, and helping you make great choices for your life. So tune in next week for more wisdom from me. In the meantime, follow me on my Just Steph Facebook page, on Twitter at Steph Palermo. My Instagram account is JustSteph1, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Steph Palermo. See you next week. Ciao, ciao, baby.